Hello friends, this is our 10th lecture on Alexander Pope's an essay on criticism. Now we have seen first 4 points in part 3. First is morals and ethical principles that the critic should follow, and the second is speech and silence. That is a title given by me, that when to speak and when to be silent. You speak when you are sure. If you are in doubt, don't speak. Even when you speak, you are sure, you should speak with diffidence. That means you should not say absolutely, but you should say I think. The qualification is there. And in modern job selection interviews now, this is one of the group discussion. And in group discussion, you should, whatever your opinions, whether you may be cocksure about it, but you should always say, I think. That's very important. Yes. When you are intervening, the group discussion, the groups will be one after another. They will be sitting around a table and discussing. Then if you want to intervene, then you should say, I think so, like this. Then you saw the telling the truth. How to tell the truth. Don't say bluntly, but you should tell the truth not to destroy a person, but to correct a person. See that? And fourth, we saw the bookful blockheads. What things they are doing and doing harm, both the poet and the critic. And the writers, they either steal or buy back their book and run away and hide behind altars of the churches. But fools rush in where angels fear to tread. Now the fifth point is very important, and so I have written down that passage here on the board. That is sober critics. Fifth is a balanced critic, a balanced and sensitive critic. What are the qualities of a balanced and sensitive critic? That is fifth point. We can see this. But where is the man who counsel can bestow? Can you find a man who can give bestow means give, still pleased to teach, yet not proud to know? So he will give his counsels, his judgments with the pleasure. Pleased to teach. He has got pleasure in teaching. At the same time, he won't say that I am a great teacher. He won't feel. He wouldn't say I am a proud man, or there's not even a trace of pride in his teaching. Some people are like that, very great scholars, but then if you look at them, they look like very simple people. Yes, and then you have one unbiased, or by favor or in spite. So such a person is unbiased, clear-headed. You cannot by favor influence him or because of hatred influence him. Nor dully prepossessed, nor blindly right. So he is such a man, he doesn't say that I have got all the knowledge with me. Prepossessed. I am possessed of all the knowledge. Also he doesn't say that I am right. That he will not say. And though learned, well-bred, and though well-bred, sincere. He is a learned person, well-bred, he grew up well, he was brought up well, and then he is sincere. Sincere critic. Modestly bold and humanly severe. Where he finds a real error, a genuine error, he is bold to correct it. At the same, humanly severe. Sympathy, not the letter of the law, but spirit of the law. I am continuing. Who to a friend his faults can freely show? Even if you are my friend, the writer is my friend, I will show. I won't mind whether I may earn his displeasure, but I will tell him these are the facts. So frank. And who to friend? I'm gladly praise the merit of a foe, enemy. If he finds that the enemy is excelling, he will praise his merit. That's the thing. Free, yes. Unbiased, balanced. and gladly praise. Blessed with a taste exact yet unconfined. He has got the taste for it. But at the same time, he is not confined by that, limited by that. When there are occasion arises, he will go out of his judgments or his he will go out of boundaries to congratulate a person. Blessed with taste exact yet unconfined, in knowledge both of books and humankind. So he has got taste. He doesn't bother about boundaries. He has got knowledge of humankind, and he has got knowledge of books. So his knowledge of books and knowledge of humankind is not confined. It is unconfined. Means it is vast. Not that he knows only he has read only 10 books. Or came to contact with only 1,000 people. No, it's an unconfined contact. Yes. Broad, human game. Generous converse, a soul exempt from pride. Already we have seen. Not proud to know, pride. Because pride is one of the causes for wrong judgment. He is exempt from pride. And generous converse, speaks generously, magnanimously, friendly, and love to praise with reason on his side. If he flatters somebody or praises somebody, flattery is the other end of praise. And he will say there are reasons. He will give reasons why. Why do I praise? Like Dr. Johnson gives reasons for praising Shakespeare. Voltaire found fault with Shakespeare. Voltaire, a writer like Voltaire, found fault with him. But here he justifies. He is poet of nature. His characters are normal human beings. Normal in the sense that not giants and dwarfs like that. Not characters in mythology, but ordinary human beings. So he is a poet of nature. So this is how he praises, Dr. Johnson praises Shakespeare. So he praises, but to be exact, if you want to find a critic who has all the qualities that is mentioned in these 12 lines in part 3, 631 to 642, that is Dr. Johnson. No doubt about it. His criticism of Shakespeare's plays. Okay, once again, let's see what are the qualities of a sober critic. He can give counsel. He is pleased to teach. He is not proud. He is unbiased. You cannot win his favor by giving favor or hating him. He is not prepossessed. He doesn't declare that he is a prepossessed person, means all the knowledge. Nor he won't say that I know everything. Whatever I say is right. He is learned, is well brought up, but sincere. He is bold but modestly bold, and humanly severe, like a human being, not a ferocious animal. His friend, he will show his faults. Gladly praise merit of the fool. He will point out the faults of his friend, and he will point out the points of merit of his enemy. He has got an exact taste, yet he is not confined by knowledge of books and humankind. He goes beyond that. Generous converses generously. He is exempt from pride. He praises people, but he gives reasons for that. Simple. Such a man is a sober critic. I hope. You have taken down, or you have got the text with you, then you can refer this. It's no problem. Alright. Fine. So that is the fifth one. And I thought of quoting these lines or writing this on the board because of the importance of the idea conveyed by Pope. So important. This paraphrasing won't do. Although I have just paraphrased this for the time being, but if you read the text, it is very beautiful. And now the sixth point is, he gives examples. Examples given. Sixth example. First is the mighty Stagirite. The mighty Stagirite. Stagiria. Aristotle was born in Stagiria, so he is known as Stagirite. So, such were critics, means whom we said, we have seen this. No pride, sincere, honest, he has got zest, he can point out the faults of a friend and praise a foe. He loves to give praise, but with reason. He is not prepossessed, he is not confined by texts or experiences. He knows more than what is written in the text, and he is a well-balanced, sober critic. Understand? Now he says such people were there. You could find them in Rome, you could find them in Athens. And then he gives the examples. One, the mighty Stagirite. The mighty Stagirite, he explored a race of poets. Sorry, he explored a race of poets. Cap of this pen. Slippery. One more minute. He explored a race of poets. Understand? And then what happened? He discovered a star. He discovered you can say, a very important writer. Supreme, you can say. One who has not been so far surpassed by others. That is Ionian star. Ionian star is Homer. So, Homer was his basis. Homer was born in Ionia. So, the Ionian star was his basis. And he made a thorough study of Homer, Homer's works, plus all the other people whom he knew. And then he laid down rules. You know Aristotle's poetics. For your information, I'm not, don't think that I am becoming proud, but I just want to tell you this information that I have already given 12 lectures on Aristotle's poetics, right from imitation to the end of fine arts, catharsis and all those things, tragedy and everything. So he is considered as the lawgiver. We have seen 12 lines now. All these 12 lines we can apply to Aristotle. See? Second, he is from Rome, Horace. Epistola ad Pisonem. Again, I have given 9 to 10 lectures on this. We can go through that. Horace was and not only that, in the second lecture you will see I have quoted those lines pertaining to or which describe the character and abilities of Horace. In the second line, he charms with graceful negligence, he says. Charms with negligence. He has no method. He is familiar like a friend. He has got truest notions. Then he says, his ways are easiest. Sometimes we may think why he is teaching. He has no method. He is supreme in judgment. We have seen all. Boldly he will censure. He is a cool judge. He doesn't get angry. Use his temper. And when he is actually angry, then he will sting with fire. Means wrong things he will condemn. He practices what he preaches, like Longinus also. And then he says, others, there are other people, they wrong him by wrong translation of his works. So this is the second critic who has got all the qualities we have described in the 12 lines in part 3 of Alexander Pope's essay. You understand that? Yeah. Now the third one is Dionysius. Dionysius, he was born in 50 BC in a place called Horse. I think that it is in a Halicarnassus. Yes, 50 BC. BC 50. He was a rhetorician, a learned critic, and a historian of the Augustan age. Rhetorician, learned critic, historian of it's also like this, very balanced and very. What he did is, he read Homer again and again, and then called out in each line new beauties. As we said, to be or not to be in Shakespeare. If you read today, you will find it beautiful. Tomorrow you will find it in some other way it is beautiful. Day after tomorrow again. So that is. Another fourth one is Petronius Arbiter. Petronius, a courtier and an easygoing poet, a pleasure-loving poet. Petronius Arbiter. In the court of Nero, Emperor Nero. Petronius Arbiter is familiar to us through T.S. Eliot. You remember T.S. Eliot's poem, The Wastelands, begins like this. A quotation from Petronius Arbiter's Satyricon. Written in AD 1st century. Satyricon. That is how it is dated. You remember those lines, no? Nam sibellam quidem cumis ipse oculis meis vidi. Nam sibellam quidem cumis ipse oculis meis vidis in ambula pendere. Et cum illipuveri diceret sibula titereis respondebat illa apotenintelo. So what is it? Part is Latin and part is Greek. Telo means end. Apotene means separation. What do you want? I want separation from this world. That is death. I saw with my own eyes the Sibyl of Cumae hanging in a cage, and when the children asked her, Sibyl, what do you want? She said, I want to die. Now that's the free translation. I have given a lecture on this also. Only on this, a whole lecture is devoted to this. T.S. Eliot's that epigram. Epigraph, not epigram. Epigram means something. So that is it. Understand? So what is written here in the beginning? So the whole thing only on the word by word I have taken. Nam Sibellam Vidi. Vidi means I saw. Sibellam, accusative case. I saw with mine own eyes. I like that. I have given it already. So in case you are interested, you can go through that. It could be informative for you. So Petronius Arbiter. And then you have got another very important person. The fifth one is Quintilian. Quintilian was a rhetorician. He was born in Spain, 40 AD, but he was a celebrated teacher of rhetoric and oratory at Rome. His famous book, De Institutione Oratorica. De means about. Institutione institutione oratorica. Oratorica. Oratorica means oratory. De institutione means about. De means about. Institution of oratory. Institution of oratory means a complete system of rhetoric. So he too was a sober, balanced secretary. And then the sixth name, of course, is known to you. Again, I have given some 9 or 10 lectures, that is Longinus. So I have already covered these great critics. Aristotle I have done, Horace I have done, Philip Sidney, I have done, of course, Coleridge, T.S. Eliot, traditional individual talent, and then also you can see lyrical ballads, professed lyrical ballads, Coleridge, theory of imagination, primary, secondary, and fancy. This is now I am doing this. And Dryden, and essay of dramatic poesy. Dryden I have done, so you can go through if you are interested in literary theory and so on. So Longinus, that's the sixth. He's a Platonic philosopher. Platonic philosopher. Might have been born either in Syria or in Athens. We don't know where. Exactly, because even his treatise, one of the best. He was blessed by all the 9 muses. All the 9 muses. And they blessed him with the faculty of a critic and also the fire of a poet. He was an ardent judge. He was zealous, sincere, enthusiastic. He is trustworthy, friendly advice, the correction, always just. His observations are justest, yes, and superlatives. His example strengthens his laws. That means he practiced what he preached. Himself a great sublime. And that very sublime he explains. Listen. Himself a sublime. And that sublime he explains. So that's it. So these are half a dozen people that he has given. Already we have seen part 3. Those lines we have seen 12 lines. Who is a sober critic? Then you have got a half a dozen examples like this. You have got Aristotle, the great lawgiver. You have got Horace, the great poet and critic. Aristotle was not a poet. He was a critic. He was only a critic. I don't think Aristotle has written any drama, tragedy or comedy. Imagine Aristotle writing a comedy. Such a serious person. Yes, Horace, on the other hand, of course. His charms with graceful negligence is it. Friendly. Epistola ad Pisones. Letter to the Pisos is written in the form of a letter. Conversational and friendly style. Then you have got the third is the Dionysius of the Roman court, where he was a historian, great historian and rhetorician. And the fourth you have got Petronius Arbiter, the author of Satyricon, from where T.S. Eliot has quoted. Somebody asked in a quiz program, what is the first line? What is the opening line of T.S. Eliot's poem, The Wasteland? A smart young second PG student got up and said, April is the coolest month, breeding lilacs out of the dell. The quizmaster said, no. Then what is it? Nam sibilam quid dancumis, ego ipse oculis meis vidi, in ambula pendere et cumili pueri dicerens, sibula titeles, respondebat illa apotre intero. That is the first line. That is the opening. The opening of T.S. Eliot's poem, The Wasteland, the most celebrated poem in the 20th century. a huge monument to his genius, T.S. Eliot's genius. See? How many people now have explored this mound of Parnassus? If you want to call it, how many? There is a T.S. Eliot industry, criticism, not glass making or TV making, criticism. But even now, the meaning eludes. The meaning eludes critics as well as philosophers and poets and dramatists. And that is sublime. Writing for the postscript, long, 1922. 2022, it will be 100 years. By the way, I would like, again, and don't misunderstand me, I have learned the whole poem by heart, 434 lines, and gave a recitation. You can go through that. But let me tell you, confess, very few people have gone through that. Last time when I went through, I found only 59 persons. Probably I might have listened the whole thing or part of it. But I put in such a lot of effort, you can imagine, 430. And there was one mistake somewhere. I think that was in this, in that incident of the typist. There I just one word, one word not the exact word used by the poet. Instead, I have myself supplied one. I don't know how it happened. And I have already asked pardon for that. If you are interested, you can go through that. You can just listen and see. You can listen. Listening, it's okay. Okay. Then you have got Kundalini. Kundalini was also a rhetorician, a great critic. And you have got Longinus, the sublime. The incarnation of sublime, we can say. Longinus, the incarnation. Now, of these critics, I told you already, one Aristotle, fully covered, I have covered. Horace, Ars Poetica, I have fully covered. Longinus, sublime, I have fully covered. The Sir Philip Sidney, defense of poesy, fully covered. And after that, after defense, I think I went on to Dryden, but before that Coleridge, and before that again lyrical ballads, professed lyrical ballads, and actually I began my critical career giving lectures on critical theory with the T.S. Eliot's tradition and the individual turn. There was some demand from students, please explain, and so I thought of it. And Marxism and literal theory also. And more of the modern theories I will take up after I finish Dr. Johnson and Mathew. Now I think those two, and Shelley. After Dr. Johnson, I plan to take up Shelley, and then Mathew Arnold, and after Mathew Arnold, we have F.R. Lewis, isn't it? F.R. Lewis, new criticism and all those things. And you have also got feminism, then what are the other new trends now in criticism? That is, the other one, deconstruction is comparatively very old. Deconstruction is not any big thing now in the critical arena. It was, yes, but for intellectual exercise it is very good to go through that, yes. We will together do it, okay. So that's about my critical, what I'm, my endeavor, what I am now presently have undertaken. In between, you can also go through, if you want, about my lectures on linguistics, phonetics, linguistics, transformational generative grammar. You have also morphology, syntax, and then the history of the English language. Yes, about 43 lectures. Now, halfway through I have come, and Grimm's law, explanation of Grimm's law, the great vowel shift and all. Now this is, I just want to tell you last information. Now for the time being, okay, you understand that today we have done 2 points. One is, what are the qualities of a a sober critic and who are those critics. We have seen half a dozen of them: Aristotle, Horace, Dionysius, Quintilian, and Petronius Arbiter. You have got Longinus. So we will see again. Next will be probably the last class on Alexander Pope. If you have got any doubts, you don't forget to send me a word, whether you want me to explain one or 2 points again. So I am ready to do that, isn't it? Ready? I am at your disposal. So till we meet again. Bye. Have a nice day. Enjoy your life.